Welcome to Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver. I don't know pretty much anything about this game. Never played it. Never really seen anyone else play it. Except when it was brand new, I watched my friend play it for like 5 minutes. And that is the last time I saw any footage of Soul Reaver. So this will be a very new experience. First, we have a very long cutscene to watch, and very scary faces to look at. But let's learn the story of Soul Reaver. Apparently, it is very, very extensive. You don't believe me? Just watch.
Kain is deified. The clans tell tales of him. Few know the truth. He was mortal once, as were we all. However, his contempt for humanity drove him to create me and my brethren. I am Raziel, firstborn of his lieutenants. I stood with Kain and my brethren at the dawn of the Empire. I have served him a millennium. Over time, we became less human and more divine. Kain would enter the state of change and emerge with a new gift. Some years after the Master, our evolution would follow, until I had the honor of surpassing my lord. For my transgression, I earned a new kind of reward. Agony. There was only one possible outcome. My eternal damnation. I, Raziel, was to suffer the fate of traitors and weaklings, to burn forever in the bowels of the Lake of the Dead.
Cast him in.
Tumbling, burning with white-hot fire, I plunged into the depths of the abyss. Unspeakable pain, relentless agony. Time ceased to exist. Only this torture and a deepening hatred of the hypocrisy that damned me to this hell. An eternity passed, and my torment receded, bringing me back from the precipice of madness. The descent had destroyed me, and yet I lived.
Raziel, you are worthy.
Surprisingly cinematic for a PS1 game, but it's nowhere near over yet.
I know you, Raziel. You are worthy.
What madness is this? What pitiful form is this that I have come to inhabit? Death would be a release next to this travesty.
You did not survive the abyss, Raziel. I have only spared you from total dissolution.
I would choose oblivion over this existence.
The choice is not yours.
I am destroyed.
You are reborn. The birth of one of Kain's abominations traps the essence of life. It is this soul that animates the corpse you lived in. And that, Raziel, is the demise of Nosgoth. There is no balance. The souls of the dead remain trapped. I cannot spin them in the wheel of fate. They cannot complete their destinies. Redeem yourself. Or if you prefer, avenge yourself. Settle your dispute with Kain. Destroy him and your brethren. Free their souls and let the wheel of fate churn again. Use your hatred to reave their souls. I can make it possible. Become my soul reaver, my angel of death.
Title drop. And I have control, and I apparently didn't set up my analog. There we go. This game supports analog because it came out in 1999. And it has abnormally good graphics. Again, we're riding on a curve. This is the PS1, but it still looks pretty classy. They were doing their best. Turns out their best was pretty solid. Okay, we can shift the camera. When I was encouraged to play this game, it was by someone on YouTube telling me to play it, but with a guide open. I've not done so.
These gates twist space, laying a path across great spans.
Oh hey, gates. Okay. Open this, though. Should I go here first? Is that what you're telling me, game? Or should I go through the gate? There's only one way to find out, and I don't think there's a run button.
You are weak. You must feed.
The old hunger has left me. I have no desire for blood.
You are changed. Your bloodthirst is replaced by a deeper need. You have become a devourer of souls. To sustain your strength, you must hunt the lost spirits of the underworld and consume the souls of your enemies.
Give me the souls. Looks gross when I do it from behind. It's... You just open our weird cloak thing. Looks like we're a flasher, though.
You have much to learn, Raziel. When you are ready, this barrier will be dissolved.
Need more souls, I guess? There we go. Excellent. Oh yeah, this is a full tutorial. I get it now. What would have happened if I had engaged the portal then? No run button, but there is a crawl button, which we can use to high jump.
Your wings, though ruined, are not without purpose. Take hold of them as you leap, and they will carry you across this chasm.
And our broken wings, we're gonna take them and learn to fly again. Sorta. We can glide downward slowly.
What scabrous wretches are these?
Sure, the scavengers of the underworld. Their feral hunger has claimed countless souls, spirits who now shall never find their rest.
We need to claim those souls, so we gotta kill these things first, I guess. Where to attack? Okay. R1 to auto face. Square to attack. And X to dodge. You have to hold R1. And we eat the souls. Excellent. Recovering our HP. Seems like we were some kind of vampire before we died. I know this is technically sort of the second game in the series, although the first game was made by a different company. And there's like warring factions of what is the legitimate legacy of Kain. And it gets very, very complicated. And then one offshoot has more sequels, and then the other shoot also got sequels. There seems to be no true legacy of Kain. Just a bunch of weird interconnected stories that different developers wanted to tell in this universe with these characters. I think. Meet this soul, although we have maxed out HP.
These portals are your conduit between the spectral and material realms. With their aid, you may gather matter and will yourself to become manifest in the physical world. This is taxing, however. Your strength must first be fully restored. You require no conduit to return to this plane. You may abandon your physical body at any time.
Huh. Let's see. If I understand what was just told to me, I don't think I did.
Sustain your strength to prolong your manifestation in the physical world. If you fail to feed or absorb too many wounds, this fragile matter will dissolve.
Okay, I became real, but like a weak sort of real, where I can fall apart at any time. Or I'm like actively falling apart at all times. Not very actively, though. My little health spiral is taking quite a while to tick down. But I want to backtrack where I've already been. This going forward doesn't seem like an option. Maybe I could climb these. I mean, clearly I could climb these. Is there a reason to do so? And I shift the camera upwards to check. Now, there can't possibly be a reason to get anywhere over there. Hope I don't regret going downwards.
You are young yet, Raziel. You still retain many of your vampiric weaknesses. Immersion in water, while not fatal, will dissolve your physical body, forcing your return to the spirit world. Be aware that in the spectral realm, water has neither heft nor lift. It stands as thin as air.
Raziel is made of sugar. He's water-soluble. Now, was I being told to go into the water? It seems like I'll just die if I touch the water. Science. This was bad science, but now I can just hop on out. He said the water wouldn't affect us, but it does seem to be lowering our gravity. Did I get my body back? We'll give it a shot. We'll do more body experimentation. Or not. Body fountain is turned off. I've reached my body quota for the day. Or I needed maxed out health? Maybe? Looks like I have maxed out health because my bar is glowing. There it is. Select, then square. Makes me real. avoid the water because it is instant death, despite what the narrator said. Even the doors are dramatic in this game.
What are these creatures?
Do you not recognize them? They are the children of your brother, Duma.
That's impossible. These foul, scuttling beasts could not be kin of our high blood.
Do you suppose that time stood still for you, Raziel? Much has changed since you passed from the world of men.
Raziel has been cast into hell for being too good by elitists.
I knew my opponent's weaknesses, having suffered them myself. Physical wounds are fleeting. Vampire's immortal flesh begins to close as soon as it is cleaved. Vampires need only fear those wounds that impale or inflame. Water scorches like acid, and fledglings are devastated by sunlight's touch. I would have to modify my tactics to suit my foes.
Nice. Environmental stuff. You gotta throw people onto hooks and into sunlight and into water and stuff. Somehow. Here we go. Line them up with the spikes. Or the water.
Unfettered from the flesh, a creature's soul fades swiftly into the spectral realm. Draw it in quickly, Raziel, or you will be compelled to follow.
How far away can I eat souls? Apparently not that far away. You gotta go for the impalement. It's gonna be a lot harder. This might do it. I think we got this. Nice. And it lets us get the soul. Goodbye, corpse. So yeah, this is feeling a bit blood rainy, a bit splatterhousey. I like that a lot. But I was noting Raziel's hypocrisy.
Your physical prowess surpasses what you knew in
And I'll do it again once the
Even
narrator's
massive
done.
obstacles can be moved effortlessly.
Hey, square to shove. Where are we shoving, though? Don't really have an idea of where I need to go with this. But anyway, Raziel cast out of his form of heaven because he was too good and he pissed off the elitists. And he remains an elitist. What's the deal, Raz? Grow up. Sometimes wretches are exactly what the world needs. Maybe you should form some kind of rebellion against hell with these other fallen vampire guys. Or maybe not. Seems like he would be more successful if he worked with a bit of a team. Oh, there we go. Camera could have been a little more generous with telling me where to go. Camera is nice and responsive, though. Easy to control unless you want to turn it upwards, which is not an option. Adequate. Didn't quite. Planted it in the exact right spot, but it's the job done.
My God! The sanctuary of the clans reduced to ruin. Beyond these walls lay the pillars of Nosgoth, the seat of Kain's empire. How humble it now appeared, collapsing into the dust of its former magnificence. And yet, I had only just emerged. In the instant between my execution and resurrection, centuries had apparently passed.
This world is wrecked with cataclysms. The earth strains to shrug off the pestilence of Kain's parasitic empire. The fate of this world was preordained in an instant by a solitary man. Unwilling to martyr himself to restore Nosgoth's balance, Kain condemned the world to the decay you see. In that moment, the unraveling began. Now it is nearly played out. Nosgoth teeters on the brink of collapse. Its fragile balance cannot hold.
Raziel is such a Dracula. It's obnoxious so far. But, he doesn't realize he's in a world of Nosferatu. And he's a Nosferatu himself at this point. Gonna have to get used to it. I don't see anywhere to throw this guy. Best to end him. I doubt he would land on top of that spike in a lethal way. Maybe this fire would do him in. Line up our shot. It's gonna go way over. Nope. A little bit of homing. Gets him right where we need him. This whole... Yeah, maxed out HP. So I did with this game what I do with every game before I decide whether or not I want to check it out. And I skimmed through a long play of it. Didn't find anything spoilery, but I did notice that there was very little combat throughout the entirety of the game. Yet, in this opening tutorial area, we're learning a lot about combat. I'm wondering if it is as big a part of this game as it seems. Got a stealth kill button? That ain't it. The suggestion was that there would be a stealth kill, but the game didn't tell me what to do if I snuck up on somebody. There, he's dazed. Now we'll stealth kill the other one. If I can figure out the button. It's probably either triangle or circle. It might have been triangle, but I bumped the guy. Let's see if there's anything in here instead. I mean, I hope there's a stealth kill mechanic. This appears to be fast travel. Twixt places we have been. I guess. We've only seen 2 gates so far, and I don't want to go back to the one where the first gate was, so... Thus far, kind of pointless. Did the enemy reset now that I've loaded a different area? New doors reset enemies. Looks like it. Okay. I got him. Now where do I put him? Yeah, maybe square was the way to go, the attack button. Oh, I could throw him into the water.
This, at least, had remained constant. The endlessly swirling vortex of the abyss. My tomb and the womb of my rebirth. Though much of Nosgoth's landscape had changed, these cliffs gave me my bearings. My clan territory was to the west. I was anxious to see how my descendants had fared during the centuries of my absence.
That apparently wasn't water. That was a riling mass of souls in eternal torment. Good for them. Did not have the opportunity to add one more person to that mass. I think I can use this torch for an environmental kill. And I got it because I'm almost out of HP here. Holding triangle made me realize that you can just carry people for a while. But no, the torch is not fiery enough to kill that guy. Too bad. There's a real fire. Guarded by 2 whole enemies. Now, is the music more intense because I'm in this arena against 2 potentially formidable foes? Or because I have almost no HP left? Because it did seem to get more intense well before I got into this room. I'm waiting for you. Give me the soul. Cram it in my open mouth. Where does friend go? Also, we don't have a pick up stuff animation. It just teleports into our hands. Okay, good throw. Oh, did not mean to immediately hurl him there. There. Still stunned. Take him over to his eternal resting place so that we can reave his soul. Waiting. There we go. Their existence was keeping that door closed.
Utter desolation. My once proud kin wiped from this world like excrement from a boot.
Excrement from a boot.
I knew the hand that wrought this deed.
Yes, Kain. No, you're Raziel. They should have put Raziel in the title of this game if they wanted me to remember it. Oh, all we get to hear about is Kain, the bad guy. Seen this symbol before. Is that going to give us another teleportation gate? Evidently not. No, wait, there it is. Just a lot of hubbub before we got to it. I assume I want to activate these. Can't really imagine why. Like I said earlier, I was encouraged to play this game with a full-on FAQ to let me know the solution to some of the puzzles. Instead, I didn't even bother to read the manual. We made a friend. 2 friends. I seriously doubt that's enough fire. It turns out it's enough fire. It's kind of arbitrary what counts as enough fire. Also, apparently the fire cannot hurt me. Fortunately. Got a big vase. Some of the rocks I can throw, slash vases, various debris. I can hurl at the enemies for an instant knockout. But others I need to swing manually. That soul. Nearly full health. What lies beyond this door? Another guy. Maybe I could take this off the wall. Excellent. I don't know why I hadn't considered that, but that rules. Burn him. Triangle? There we go. Triangle burns him. And I reignite the torch. That would be nice. Using the fire here. Now I'm curious just how interactable this game is. Okay, that threw it away. There we go. Yeah, we can reignite the torch. That rules. That is so much more interactive than any PS1 game I can think of off the top of my head. The enemies like stay dead and stuff. Now here we have water. Seems like I can no longer be a full vampire if I want to go that way. Maybe there's better stuff the other way. Guys take quite a beating. And I think we have like a one-handed animation for, yeah, pulling down our cloak to eat souls. Also very adaptive to what's going on around us. Throw the stick at him. And my attacks so far are limited to hammer the square button. I don't know if it ever gets more complicated than just square, 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 square. There's plenty of ambition in other areas, so I'm not like disappointed by it, but it is a little generic so far. Hack and slashy. Just gonna light this up after I throw it across the room. But we can grab stuff while moving. Light it up. Thank you. That rock would be a better choice, even. So rock's a one-hit KO. And he's got like a golden glow about him. I guess that was just the flames that were burning his corpse. Oh, there was an impalement. Missed a chance for an impalement. Ah well, sure we'll get plenty more. Having these fire effects on screen does cause a lot of slowdown when the enemies are about. Totally missed another impalement. If there's anyone else left, they're getting impaled. But there's no one left. Probably gotta go up those stairs. The ominous spiral staircase. The narrator hasn't talked to us in a while. Surely he's got something to say. this guy up for a while. Take the torch. And burn him down. Classic beat up, burn down combo. Now what is this conspicuous thing? Apparently it's nothing. How about you? Surprisingly modern switch here in this castle. Another drawbridge on the other side. No other switches though. It seems like we would be able to like turn this thing. And then once it's turned, we can hit the switch again and it'll activate the other drawbridge. Guessing that's what the mechanics here are. Action music has ended. The action is over. No falling damage, but rain should be melting me right now. Soluble as I am.
No! Please!
I didn't recognize these flayed racks of flesh. Their scent was vampiric. They gnawed upon their victim's carcass like dogs.
These vampires are gross. That's the longest light we've had so far, so I had to enjoy it. Yeah, it's a new vampire type. They do get bloodier depending on where they've been struck. That soul. This one seems to do more damage. I'll throw a stick at him. Or not. Throw the stick, thank you. Go fetch, you dog-like monster. There we go. Now he's super bloody. We'll take him to the fire. We haven't seen anyone recover from being dazed. We've just been told that that is a thing that can happen. I threw that torch, I don't know where it went. If I just wander around hammering square, it'll eventually pop into my hand. But wherever I've hurled it, it's gone. Okay, that's just a normal door. Very fancy. These symbols seem to indicate something. I guess our clan is the one that looks like a sun. I don't know why a vampire clan would make their symbol the sun. But that's exactly what we've done. Tempting fate. That was not a vampire. We didn't have to burn it. I don't know what that was.
This charnel house bore the unmistakable marks of Melchiah's clan. To what depths had our dynasty plummeted if these ghouls were the descendants of my high-born brother? Were they so debased as to recruit fledglings from the desiccated corpses here interred?
All right, Raziel. Apparently we were resurrected as Edgar Allan Poe here. I appreciate the ambition of the writing. Doesn't make me like the character anymore. This guy's the defender of the stone. I must die. It's quite easy to do, however, I got nowhere to leave ya. I don't think I can liberate the soul from that body unless I hurl it several stories down. So apparently what I might be expected to do. Hold square, then we can move this. I don't think there's anything above us. I just want this little nub. No, there's gotta be something above us. Somewhere. There we go. Excellent. The platforming is also very solid.
My brother Melchiah was made last, and therefore received the poorest portion of Kain's gift. Although immortal, his soul could not sustain the flesh, which retained much of its previous human frailty. This weakness, it seemed, was passed on to his offspring. Their fragile skins barely contained the underlying decay.
See, I thought that symbol was a big 3, but no, it's a poorly drawn M, or Micaiah, or Melchiah, or I don't really know what Raziel is saying there, but some made-up fantasy world name, or a fancy D&D character, because the people who made this game were incredibly invested in it. And if I end up getting invested in it, that gives me like 10 games to play or something ridiculous. Like, we could spend a lot of time in the Legacy of Kain universe if I end up liking this. And so far, this is a incredibly impressive PS1 game. This seems like a modern, like, type of game done in a PS1 style, but apparently it's legitimately from 1999. I don't know why I said it apparently, because it definitely was. I saw it played in 1999. We got Skinny Nosferatu. Oh, he's alive again. But he's also on fire. 1,000 miles away from the fire. Does this area count as sunlight or something? We haven't seen a sunlight kill yet. Maybe those scrawny vampires are just very, very vulnerable to rain. That's sunlight. Here comes the sun, big guy. Do-do-do-do. It's not all right. I don't think I have anywhere to go in here, though. Oh, we got a fancy door, which I have to move with my entire face. Otherwise, how else would I be? Raziel the Drama Queen. Okay. It's a sun gate. Even though it is within 3 world. And still don't see why I would want to travel to previously explored areas. Oh, I was actually wondering a little while ago, I didn't mention it, but I was curious what would happen if I, like, lost my body. And, like, would that be necessary for progress? Because I could have entered soul form at any time. Because you can't really die, you just, when you run out of HP, you enter soul form on that spot and keep playing. But we could teleport back to the place where we initially got our body and get a new one. I think we would have to if we died at any point. I don't think there's ever going to be anything hidden behind one of these movable bricks. Eventually I will be proven wrong, but so far every time I see one I try to move it and then see what's behind it. There's never anything behind it. One of these guys buried himself. He wanted the experience, being dead. The only reason I thought to light this torch is because I accidentally watched some of the demo, like the automated gameplay, when you leave the title screen on for too long. And in the demo, that's what the player did. High stakes platforming here. Raziel almost hurled himself over the edge. Gonna do a high jump. Let's see if I can get over there. Fortunately, I can. Yeah, fairly robust platforming mechanics. Something leapt out of the water there. Or into the water. Something's going on with the water. I don't know what it is. But it doesn't concern me right now. Hey, a friend. I wish we could throw our stick like a stake right into his heart. No such luck. I can't take those torches, they're too big. Aha! Impalement. It's been too long since I got to enjoy my old buddy Impalement. Get him, Raz. It only takes like 2 hits. Classy. Honestly, not the most satisfying impalement I've ever experienced, but PS1 impalements are surprisingly rare. Too rare, in my opinion. And I impale this thing on the side spikes. Not right now. It regenerated too quickly. Go back to sleep. Yeah, that was the side spike, but it was non-lethal. So we'll take him on a little ride here. That should do it. Nice work, team. I'm all sold up. I'll take this just in case. I don't think it will come in handy anymore. Raziel likes to hold it aloft, even though it is extinguished. It's a shame you can only kill one monster with each torch. It uses up all the fire to apply it to an enemy. You gotta go turn it back on. What's this thing's deal? Untextured corpse. Who's been killing these monsters before I could get to them? There's a free roam camera mode. Let's see. Yeah, when I'm standing still, hold both triggers. Look at that. Pseudo first person. Excellent. I really should have read the manual. I almost always do that before starting a game, especially like a PS1 era game. Not this time. Quite the bad choice. So we can't die in that room, because then we wouldn't have a body to open the door. And I needed a body to open doors. Unless I was just doing it wrong. Now, surely there's a way to do something in this room. Now that we have free look, we can do this. There's the rafters. There's definitely higher platforms, but we can't quite reach them. And a gate. And all that good stuff. And this thing. What's your deal, thing? Mangled corpse. Now, last time, went right up to this gate. I could do nothing. Just press my face against it. But my face is corporeal. We can't have that. corporeal faces can't go through gates. So, yeah, it was suggested that I go ethereal.
Beware, Raziel. These wraiths are vampire spirits, fettered too long in the spectral realm. When their vampire natures adapt to this plane, they become eaters of souls. Do not allow these spirits to re-inhabit their corpses.
Okay. So this wraith wants back in his corpse, and now we have to do spectral combat against you. Do we eat him too? I guess we ate him. So, yeah, it wasn't very obvious, that's for sure. Squeeze through. That guy can squeeze through, why don't you do it? Oh no, he can't, actually. But anyway, what abilities do we have as a ghost? We have the ability to keep wraiths from getting into their corpses. Oh, look at that. Handy platforms all along this wall now. Allowing us to climb right up, and then we get our body back. Interesting. So that is going to deepen the mechanics of this game dramatically. Anytime we hit a dead end, we're gonna have to discard our physical form and go on a ghost adventure. Gonna have to get used to wrapping my head around that. For being such a really central mechanic to the game, they didn't do much to indicate it. The way they have really over-tutorialized a lot of other things. Not really a flaw, just kind of surprising. I've certainly played more obtuse PS1 and N64 era games. Very important that we move this crate. Otherwise, how else would we climb up here? Oh, L1 plus square. Gotta tutorialize this. Oh, wow. We actually did need to move the crate. Good thing I did. Apparently this game was butchered at the last minute. We have an expert in chat, the aforementioned Raugwen. And I guess like 40% of the game was cut out. Never to be seen again by mortals. I did not do a good jump there. So we have another crate-activated door. Whereabouts can I find a crate? Here's a crate. Grab the crate. It's a good thing crate moving is fast. Because otherwise it'd be very, very tedious. Pretty sure we can move it from here. No, I can't move it in any direction from there. Oh, you can move it sideways. I forgot about that. Like this. We're not locked in cardinal movements. And like this. Square plus L1 or L1 plus square? I already forget. Not flipping it up this tiny little gap. Anything down here? Several enemies, including an impaled corpse. If you don't include the impaled corpse, that is just a single enemy. Nothing I can do to finish him off, so I can't really fight him. So instead, we ignore him. I guess I could throw the crate into the pit and then flip it up the stairs, but then it would get stuck here, because the crate is the size of this gap. So that would not work, seemingly. Maybe if I pull it from the other side, something will happen. Nope, I pushed it away. Let's see. Yeah, if it lets me move the crate into the pit, I can only assume that is relevant to the solution. So, somehow it is easier to move this crate through the pit and up the stairs, rather than over the tiny lip that we just can't figure out. Can't move with this enemy still alive. Oh, okay. We can impale them freely now. At least, I'd like to impale them freely. But he's just gonna lie down again. But this time he gives up the ghost. Give me the ghost. Yeah, for some reason that enemy was able to be impaled by this very thing, but kept its soul last time. Not this time. So we had a mobile fire source, now we have a mobile impalement source. That's pretty cool. And we get back to the crate escort mission. Not that the crate is in any danger. It just has an incredibly long journey to go on. And interact with it while the enemy remains. They do seem to be respawning. That's theoretically good, because need them all to be impaled so that I can eat them. Anyone else? No takers. Grab and then R1 or L1? I just did this. How did I already forget how to do this? There it is. I thought I tried that. This is an incredibly long way to go to open up a door to a room that I've already been in. Up, duck, then grab. Okay. Surprisingly elaborate. But we solved it. But as noted, we've been here. I guess now we just want to die again? Like, discard the body. Just done like this. We could have gotten a fresh body at any time. I'm not actually sure why we opened this gate. Because we've been here. You get to see just the way levels deform when we're dead. The spirit world is different from reality. Was there anything else I needed to do up here? Besides look at blue fire. Up, down I go. Apparently, if I had done the platforming properly in one go, I would not have had to do the entire crate solving thing. But in a way, I'm glad I did. It's like, it's an interesting little puzzle. Now I need to lose the body again. Our jump is a little, like, intense. It's very fast. You get to see the room deform in real time. That's an excellent touch. Oh, yeah. Select, transform. Oh, I don't have full HP. Can't transform. That's why we have a HP generator right over here. Also, I'm not certain that we need a body to do this, but I assume we do. Seems likely. Done this before. Shown capability. Oh my god, I immediately jumped down. Didn't realize that platform was so narrow. Soul should be over here. Right into my open mouth. Which is always open because I don't have a lower jaw. And back on track. Let's see if I can make 3 jumps in a row without falling. I haven't even done what I did the first time in one shot. Given multiple shots at this point. Here we go. This narrow platform. Careful. Got our free look. That said, there isn't actually anything up here. Oh yeah, we can also walk. As to place ourselves in a better position more safely. Yeah, we won't automatically walk ourselves off if we are ducking, which is good. I hope the stream's not too dark. It looks decent on my screen, but sometimes OBS picks it up in a much darker appearance. Although apparently, there are platforms that I'm missing. There we go. Now I could drop down there, but then what would I do? I need a plan. I'll formulate a plan once I'm there. Aha! Presumably that will stay down, and then I can jump between those after I reset my body again. So I guess there's no way to do this in one go. It's always a multi-step process, and quite a process. I'm always going to punch the body generator, because I will forget to press select first. Every single time. That is my promise. Okay, so far so good. Walk around for safety so I don't rush myself over the edge. No reason to jump from the corner. Go. Place ourselves just right. Hoping this doesn't... It fell. I could do that as a ghost, I guess. Because presumably the ghost wouldn't have enough mass to bring the thing down. Let's give that a shot. This game is pretty cool so far. We have reached the cerebral part of the game. After it having been fairly standard hack and slash for a while. Now it is all about fairly complicated platforming. It's kind of funny, so I wrapped up this game because I got stuck in this room, and I was then informed by the one person in chat what to do in this room. I did not think to go into soul spirit form, because who would? The game has been using it as a punishment thus far, but now it is for solving puzzles, and once I land, I'm gonna hold the R1 button so I don't walk myself off again. There we go. Hopefully I can not collapse this platform if I am a ghost. That's my plan. Will ghosts break down the platform? They absolutely will not. Thank God for ghosts. Let's get this body back. Excellent, even more help from chat. We are gonna get through this game. At least another session today. Let's take this torch. Maybe there will be someone to kill in a moment. We do have another gate. We know gates are activated by putting blocks into them, but there's no blocks. Came all this way, and there's no blocks. Whatever shall we do? can attack that. It's not unfun, but it's also not helpful. And for some reason, our spirit form cannot, like, just walk through the gates. That would be nice, though. There it is. Yeah, I found it. These count as blocks. I hadn't even considered how strong Raziel might actually be. Turns out it's very, very strong. I'm gonna push this from... Well, I can't, actually. What happens when I push this in? I can't, so I need to jump up here. Push this off. It's another one with a little more intellectual engagement. Yeah, I can see the puzzles in this game are going to get surprisingly complex. Can I still get my torch back after crushing it underneath the block? See, this one didn't lock into place. Huh. Well, what am I supposed to do about that? Or I do not have the means to turn the block. Aha! Wow. I had sorely underestimated this game. Look at that. No new mechanics, but we still had a very new application for them. That's awesome. Soul Reaver continues to impress. Yeah, I think in tone alone, this is way cooler than Tomb Raider, which is the other Eidos game Crystal Dynamics made. Guess we just need to push this off the cliff. Keep on pushing. Yeah, this game is rental resistant, we'll say, for how obtuse it is. Oh hey, I remember this block. I remember this room. We solved all those puzzles to get back to this room. This is like a shortcut to where we've already been. Without knowing the free look, I would be totally screwed here. I need a shortcut because I'm still partially screwed even with it. And 2 guides in chat telling me pretty much exactly what to do at all times. The narrator has failed us. The narrator was holding our hand for the first like half hour of this game. Now he's just gone. Could not leave the Squid Temple. What do we got for killing purposes? I can throw him in the water. But then I can't, like, get the soul. Maybe the soul will still come to me. Last time I threw someone in the water, I couldn't get the soul afterwards, though. Yeah, not today. So I'll keep the stick. Maybe I'll get to keep this body. But maybe not. Ah, an impalement stick. And a torch. I have choices. I've chosen poorly. It might still work out. Feed me. Close one. Let's get my torch back. Surprisingly, the low-tech solution is by far the better one. Bit of you. Can't kill him, because I don't have any fire anymore. Have to go back to the previous room. Guess I should have brought the impalement stick. Fresh torch. We're ready to go. The incline is not working in my favor. But at the end of the day, that guy's dead. Now we got snakeskin pillars. And just a gigantic room. There's gotta be some stuff to do in this room. Is this the thing I can have? Yes, it is. I hadn't even thought to try that before. But now that I've seen the impalement stick, I can also play with this silver spike. Which I assume is just a reskin of the impalement stick. Pretty much. Souls. Saving my stick. Now, what mysteries lie in the gigantic room? Is this a stack of crates? It is not. At least I don't think it is. Yeah, no, it's vaguely cylindrical. Little 3 in the corner to remind us what we're doing here. And a very fancy lever. We can pull it. Something presumably happens when it gets pulled. Not much of an indication of what happens, though. So we'll just ignore the gigantic room. And move along with our lives. Kind of wonder what it's like when you hurl the pointy stick. I imagine you can get a long distance impalement going. Well, now I need to try that. Nope. That's just right off him. This guy's got a lot of health. Now we reeve that soul. Reeve it. Get killed by the scrawny guy. Okay, we have to not be seen first, then we can stealth kill enemies with the staff. So there are stealth kill mechanics. Presumably it just shows you the same impalement thing that we've seen many times. So that would be efficient. But I appreciate any game that has a stealth kill in it. We have a new gigantic, complicated room. And a new switch. Didn't mean to leave that spear in the wall, but it is cool that it does stick in the wall. Oh, we can like aim our throw like this. Yeah. Throw straight upwards if we feel like it. And do some spear sniping. Alright, we've activated the Mega Machine. If this were Blood Rain, we'd be throwing people into those gears. But surely this is not Blood Rain, and we won't be doing anything so disgusting. Seems like we should throw something down this conspicuous incline, which leads directly to those gears, though. The switch is flipped. This is all set up. I don't think we need to do anything else with the big machine. Could be mistaken. But now the machine is on. When we turn the lever, when we pull the lever back in the other big elaborate room, something might happen. Now, I was warned not to kill humans, and I don't know if that was a human. It seemed like that was not a human. But it did die instantly, rather than requiring an impalement. So I might be on the renegade path. I guess there's a hidden morality mechanic in this game that they don't tell you about. I had already killed one of those guys before you showed up, so I was already screwed by the time you mentioned it. I had killed one of them before anyone showed up. Like, I had no one in chat when I killed my first of those archer guys. At least I assumed they were archers, but they seemed non-aggressive and harmless. And I didn't really know what its deal was, so I killed it and I ate its soul. Turns out I ought not have done that. Now, what end have I lowered? This big platform. It seems to have revealed a crate. There's a lot we can do with crates, so... yeah, there we go. That looks like a place where we could put the crate. Thereby solving some kind of puzzle. No, wait. It's just a portal. Just walk right through. What is down here? An extensive cave system. Going spelunking. Seems like this is something, but it's just a weird texture. You should be able to jump out of there. Got some fire. Typically they give you fire when they also give you enemies so that you can burn them in the fire. But not right now, and we haven't had a good meal in quite a while. So we are about to lose our living body. But we hate that thing anyway. Raziel would rather be a ghost. He would rather be completely non-existent. Because he's such a fancy Dracula guy that looking ugly is a fate worse than death for him. First person. What have we around here? Oh, it's like something I can climb up, maybe. If I turn the camera the right way. Or maybe a place where I could put a crate right there. he was a fancy Dracula guy. He was so fancy, in fact, that he was condemned to death by the jealous Kain. Okay. The fire was actually a block all along. Rondo of Blood was good. I enjoyed it quite a bit. I didn't like it as much as many of the other Castlevania games I played. I liked Bloodstained more. I liked Castlevania Chronicles. As Castlevanias go, in my very, very limited experience with them, Rondo actually ranked pretty low. But I do intend to go back to it, because I need to unlock and play the alternate versions of each level. I've effectively experienced like half the game by only playing the intended path. And not getting all the unlockables and stuff. So it was still a very good, impressive gameplay experience. I am looking forward to going back and playing more. I liked it more than the classic Castlevanias. The NES ones. Those ones aren't really my style. I did do some stuff with Maria, which was very entertaining. But then I got kind of stymied by the puzzles in that game. Couldn't figure out where to go next. So we just keep moving this block lower and lower and lower. How low can it go? Can I move these things onto main platform? No, I can only move them side to side. I can climb into them, because I'm fireproof. Now this thing's even lower. None of these seem to be a pathway. And I'm about to run out of body energy, whatever it's called. Green spirally goo. My favorite thing about Maria in Rondo was the fact that she could, like, move properly. She could change directions midair. She could double jump. Much, much, much more maneuverable. Which made for a more enjoyable experience. Richter was really muscle-bound. Couldn't accomplish much of anything. So... I feel like I should have a stomp attack and then I should, like, jump down on this, press it down like a button. Maybe if I climbed back up where I came from, then I would be able to do that. But the path back up to where I came from has been blocked because it was beneath where I was. Now, apparently I'm supposed to move the fire blocks into the corner, but why? Nothing is indicating that I should do that, nor what will happen when I do that. Not that this game has lacked direction before. Oh, there we go. They can slide down anything with this particular texture on the floor. I didn't realize that was how they were stuck on the tracks. Okay. That's kind of neat. And then there's a click sound when we get it there. Very good. For a while, it seemed like my body energy wasn't ticking down anymore, but it clearly is. I am in danger. Perhaps it won't expire, but it seems like it will expire very soon here. Will I have enough time? Is it even possible to not have enough time? Everything's nice and clicked. Couple more slides. And if I'm not wrong, it should be right there. Excellent. Dropped at another level. Where even are we now? Center of the Earth. Our vampires are strongest because they're so far away from the sun. I assume we're about to fight Dread Cthulhu, because this is a very Lovecraftian game so far. But also it seemed like we were summoned by Dread Cthulhu.
Show yourself, creature.
Do you not recognize me, brother? Am I so changed?
Melchiah?
Yes, brother. You should have stayed where the Master sent you, Raziel. You will find Nosgoth less pleasant than you remember.
What has become of my clan? Answer me, little brother, or I will beat an answer from your horrid lips.
Everyone is afraid, sibling. You awake to a world of fear. These times of change are so unsettling. Do you think I feel no revulsion for this form? Do you believe for a moment that our Lord would risk his empire upon an upstart inheritance?
Enough riddles. What are you saying?
You are the last to die.
We were the first to die. We got cast into the death pit centuries ago. So... oh, there goes my life. There we go. I live once more. And he's over in the other area. So I will activate this. Okay, we can hold it, fortunately. We'll wait for him. How long could it take for a flesh abomination to get here? Or is he smarter than me? Being outsmarted. No, I'm not. I fully got outsmarted. Let's just lure him out of this particular cage, and then I'll lure him back in. on in, buddy. Nice to see you again. Uh-oh, I'm not high jumping properly. So I'll just walk out the door. Excuse me. Sorry I impaled you. I'll make it up to you in a minute here. But I definitely will not impale you a second time. Don't even worry about that. This time I will definitely hold the door open for you. Whoops. Tried to call my bluff. Persistence runs in the blood here. Me and my brother are both willing to do the same thing over and over and over again with the hope of a different result. For me, it worked out. Where was that thing we need to twist? And we can just hop in and out of there as much as we want. Is that gonna drop the grinder?
Tell me, Melchiah, where can I find Kain?
The Master is beyond your reach, Raziel. He makes himself known when he sees fit, not when commanded.
We're slowly gonna make hamburger out of this guy.
I'm released.
For a while, I was worried they weren't gonna show his guts get squished out. This is the kind of game that shows it. To the best of their ability.
You have done well, Raziel.
Am I reduced to this? A ghoul? A fratricide?
Elevated, Raziel, not reduced. Consuming Melchiah's soul has endowed you with a new gift. Insubstantial barriers such as these are no impediment to you in the spectral realm. Will yourself to pass through, and you shall.
Finally, now our ghost can go through gates. Also, I was just told something by chat that I don't believe for a second. Let me see here. There we go. You lied to me, chat. This is an M-rated game. Not T-rated. It was right on the border, though, where I could have believed it. Maybe it might have had a T rating in one of its pressings. I can't rule that out. There are games that had their rating changed after release. I won't be able to keep this thing for as I go through this gate anyway. So... wow, I could just leave it in the midair. That's pretty cool, actually. I don't think it's intentional, but it is pretty cool. There we go, I have to T-pose my way through the gate. And then all is well. So yeah, apparently the original release of this game was T-rated. That is shocking. And awesome. Because I was about to compare it to Conker's Bad Fur Day. There are a lot of gruesome deaths like that in Conker's Bad Fur Day, but it's one of the most M-rated games anyone has ever played. If you're being compared to Conker's Bad Fur Day, you should not have a T rating. But this game came out a year before Conker's Bad Fur Day. Apparently that was the last time you could get away with that sort of shit. Let us see. Maybe I wasn't supposed to come out this way. I found myself in an area where it's just slightly too high for me to jump. There we go. That's why this block was here all along. I pulled this block like half an hour ago. Now I am free. I've considered playing the unpublished Thrill Kill game, because boy is that ever a game. Now technically Twitch has a ban on adults only rated games, and if that game had been released it probably would have been adults only. But it was never released, so I'm pretty sure I could get away with it. Okay, I've been told by chat I'll probably be banned if I try it. So maybe not. But I have a YouTube channel where I put more videos. Maybe I'll try out Thrill Kill sometime, because it is fully playable. Maybe it's too fucked up. Hard to say. It's right on that line where it might be too fucked up. But anyway, I assume what we need to do here is head back to Cthulhu and then get teleported to a new area? Let's see if having a body will help us in any way right now. I highly doubt it. There's a little square on the wall. But yeah, I was intending for this to be the conclusion of our first look, which this is still our first look, surprisingly. Even though I wrapped it up an hour ago, we are still at it. We got to the first boss and we killed him. Yeah, we could just hop out through this door. I'll be teleporting out of here soon, though. Because, yeah, we're done here. For now, obviously. I'll be playing the remainder of Soul Reaver, because this is a mind-blowingly advanced PS1 game. I was not ready for this game to be this impressive.
Return to the sanctuary of the clans, Raziel. Melchiah's soul has endowed you with the means to gain entry. Beware, however. This hollow derelict is abandoned, but not uninhabited.
Okay. I fell in the water. We got water monsters. And whatever this is, I assume this is a gate we can walk through now. Surprisingly not. No, wait, there we go, T-posed right through it.
These artifacts enhance your stamina, enabling you to prolong your material manifestation. Gather 5 to complete the emblem, and thereby augment your strength.
Art pieces. We're building the pizza, a spirally pizza. But there we go, I'm gilding the lily at this point. We're done. Thank you for watching my first impressions of Legacy of Kain. And continue watching because, hot damn, is this a good game. This Friday, more Legacy of Kain.